Oh, this is definitely that point where there's no return, but everything feels really bad. It feels like it's getting nowhere. It feels like it's getting worse every day. This is definitely that point where I'm just thinking, why? Why have we done this? Anyway, good morning. One thing to say is it is a beautiful sunny morning. I'm not even dressed yet. The guys were supposed to be coming today, but they're not coming today. So I thought I'm going to get down here and do some organising. I mean, I don't know why, because what am I trying to organise? But I can't help it. I have to try and get everything back to some kind of normal state every time that they go. And then they come in the next day and it's just carnage again and there's stuff everywhere and I just don't know why I've done it. But I can't help myself. So this morning I've come down, I'm not even bothered getting dressed yet. Halfway through getting ready and I thought, it was just on my mind. I thought I know what the kitchen's like. I say kitchen very loosely. And I thought I just need to get down here. I need to make some breakfast, but I felt like I couldn't make any breakfast until things were clean. I've just been down here spending about half an hour sorting everything out. I should have shown you it before, but this worktop here was just covered in stuff. The cupboards were all kind of moved. So I've moved this cupboard over here now because they'd emptied out this one because they needed to move it. So I've cleaned everything back up again and put it all back in there. Got the cupboards here, these two are still here, this one has to kind of sit in the middle of the room now, and then now we've got more stuff over here, but it's not too bad. I've cleaned this worktop looks nice and clear. I just want to see some clear spaces, and I know it's stupid because you come down here and it's just there's mess everywhere, so you probably don't even notice the clear space, but I just like to know that I can come down. Also tidied up a little bit over here, done my breakfast, but I like to come down and just know that I've got a space to cook, or not cook, but, you know, make a cup of tea, coffee, make some breakfast without getting too stressed out. So yeah, the update for this video is the flooring is back up. This is the flooring that we already had done with the previous builders. I'll probably catch you up in a minute actually, because I just need to, let me just have some coffee. I've started this vlog a bit early and I haven't even drunk my coffee yet. I've got to drink it while it's hot. Yeah, so basically we had a whole load of work done quite a few years ago now with some other builders. They built this whole extension that you can see. I mean, the house was already extended, but the original extension was kind of falling down. It was a bit of a glass lean-to sort of thing. So we had it all completely rebuilt, and that's what the builders did, and they made it sort of watertight, and then we've been at that point for a while now. And then these guys obviously coming to finish it off. So the guys we've got now are long-term friends of Ollie's, and we just know how good their work is, you know. But they used to work for another company, but now they work for themselves. So that's why we've got them. You know, in an ideal world, we would have always had them, but that just wasn't something that we could have had back then. So we had these other builders, and we did have our suspicions. A few things weren't done with the best. I don't know, I don't want to like slate anybody, but just with care and attention. You know, when people do a job, some people do a job and they're just doing it. There's other people that do a job and they really care about it and they want to do it to their best ability. That's what these guys are like. The previous guys, no, we're now finding more and more problems. We actually have had over the winter quite a lot of leaks from these windows that they fitted. So that is slightly annoying. I mean, it has been really bad weather, so maybe that's something to do with it. But I mean, I'm sure they still shouldn't leak. I'm just trying to make excuses. I'll just prop you up because my arm's aching. So yeah, I think there's definitely workmanship that isn't that great. Even are these grey blocks called breeze blocks? Is that what they're called? I don't know, but you know these grey building blocks here. Even the cement or whatever it is that goes in between them has kind of just been slapped in there, and there's lots of gaps where it's kind of cracked and moisture would be able to get through. So Ollie did, when the first builders left, Ollie actually went over a lot of their work to fill in gaps and things in the cement between the brickwork. So it's just stuff like that. It wasn't really done with a lot of care and attention. But the thing is, it's hard to get people. It really is hard to get people on a job and be on your job for however many months it takes. And these guys had availability, and they were able to actually just solely focus on getting our extension done. And because it meant that the whole back of the house was going to be off and potential bad weather and stuff like that was going to happen. We needed to know that we had people that were just going to start the job and finish the job, and you know, they did do that, so it's not like that bad. But it's just a bit of the work. The doors that they fitted, these bifold doors, they're just very loose. They just don't feel the best quality doors, and they went to get the doors. We didn't specifically choose these doors, they kind of chose them for us. They found them somewhere and they went to collect them, and at the time I think he was just trying to save us money, because he was like, I found some good doors and they're not too expensive. And I just kind of was like, oh, okay, that's fine, like get the doors that you think. But actually we weren't, and even though obviously everyone's always trying to save money because you want to try and make things as affordable as possible, we weren't doing this cheaply. We're not prepared to sacrifice things like doors for cheap doors. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, but then I guess I agreed. It was my fault, I suppose. I agreed to it. Anyway, the doors, sometimes we do think, should we just get new doors? They feel cheap when you open them. It's just frustrating because we've spent a lot of money on the extension and all of this work, and we're actually thinking we're going to have to go over it again, quite a lot of bits. Anyway, the reason I've started this story time was because the guys are now working on the floor that the other builders did. So they pulled up the floor, because we're having underfloor heating in here. They've had to pull up the floor and change the way it's done because of how the underfloor heating works. I don't know, something like that. They've had to change the floor. Well, not change it, but just, they thought they were just going to alter it a little bit. Anyway, they pulled the floor up, and the guys just said, what have they done? Like, why? There's things that they've done. The joists that would normally run all across the floor, they've cut them in half, and he doesn't know why. I don't understand. To me, like that, I just think, oh, that must be something that builders do. But apparently the guys were like, why would they not just use a whole joist all the way across? But yeah, they haven't. And then I think the insulation has been put in really shoddily. Part of me wonders if they were using up old materials on our house. I hope they're not watching this. If you are watching this, I'm not obviously going to mention any names or anything like that. I'm not trying to slate anybody, but it's all part of our renovation progress. So kind of need to mention everything that's going on. Because I did vlog when we were having the extension done. I was vlogging and put it on my YouTube channel then, so the guys would know that I've got a channel. So I just feel like, oh, I better mention that. I'm not trying to be anything like horrible or anything like that. We're grateful that they did the work, but yeah, it's slightly irritating now because the guys have got to do extra work, which means that we pay them by day rate. So you know, every extra day that they're working is costing us quite a lot of money. So yeah, it's frustrating. That's what it is. But the guy said it's not like terrible. They haven't done an awful job or anything like that. It's just the workmanship is not. There's no attention to detail, and we've noticed little things around that's we've kind of realised. Even me, who doesn't really know much about building, I've like thought, why does that look like that, and why is that like that? And I've realised it myself. So yeah. Anyhow, let me show you the floor, what I mean. I mean, if any builders are watching, they might know why. But I think the main thing they were saying is this, where the wood's been split and then it's been joined together like this. But I don't even know if these were sort of screwed together. So, oh, and also he said the floor wasn't level, which we'd never noticed because we never finished the room. We just had random bits of carpet on it and stuff. We didn't know that it wasn't level, but he said it wasn't level. And yeah, I think these bits aren't screwed together. So these kind of joists here are sort of just balancing there. And then I think the insulation just, I mean, yeah, okay, it doesn't look great, but I don't know. I always think these things look really messy anyway. But yeah, I guess when you look at things, it does look messy. You know, like the insulation doesn't really fit together and they've used the foam, which I do know that's what happens. You do use foam to fill in gaps, but yeah, so what they've been doing over the last couple of days is the flooring that the guys laid, the previous guys laid it like this. So just whole big bits of, is this plywood or MDF? I can't remember what it's called, but you know, the whole big bits of this. But in order for the underfloor heating to work or whatever, I don't know, it needs to be like this. So what they've actually been doing, it's taken ages, is they have to cut up each piece of these big bits and fit them in between the joists, and then they are going back in with the insulation and neatening it all up. You can see here they're actually doing the insulation properly and cutting it to the exact size so it fits under there. So yeah, it's been a lot of work for them. I think pretty much I spent all day on this section here yesterday. So yeah, but the other guys who did the floor though, they didn't know we were going to have underfloor heating, so they would have done it this original way because that's the only way it needed to be or something. And this stuff's just annoying, isn't it? Because it doesn't, to me it's boring, you know, it doesn't look any different. It's like, oh yeah, let's put up the floor, let's pull all the floor up and then cut it and lay it down differently. And to me it's just, there was a floor there before and now there's a floor there again, and like nothing else has happened. So yeah, I feel like the vlogs have become a little bit slower on the house renovations because of all these little things that are being done. And I just think for the vlogs it's not showing any exciting progress. But I have started today's video because I'm going to be going off to the kitchen shop tomorrow, as I mentioned in the previous video. So I feel like we can have a lot more to talk about in this video and it'll be a lot more housey. So I hope you enjoy today's vlog. I'm going to go and sit in the garden. We have no dining table. Luckily the weather's lovely and I've been enjoying sitting in the garden when I can. So I'm going to go sit in the garden, finish my coffee, eat my breakfast, and then I've got the previous video to edit today and I'll catch up with you tomorrow, maybe before or after we go back to kitchen house, or however you say it. Right, I'm currently sat outside the kitchen shop. It's been drama trying to get out of the house this morning. Well, not that much drama, but my car keys wouldn't work again. I think I need to somehow change the battery in them. Or I think it's because I put them in my bag next to my phone, and then I've heard this thing where your phone makes your car key not work or something. So anyway, I got in, but then you can detach it and use the real key, can't you? But then I was like dropping everything, getting stressed, and I was blocked in on the drive, and then the guys turned up just as I was leaving the builders, and then they said, oh, actually we need you to ask some questions. So then they were like writing down this stuff that I need to say. And then when I drove here, I don't know what I was doing, but like I was driving out quickly and like getting in a flat with the car trying to get going, and then I somehow leant on the horn. So as I was driving I leant on the horn and like beeped the horn. I was like, so embarrassing. So I sat in traffic. I was like, oh my god, they're gonna think that I'm beeping the horn because I'm sat in traffic, when actually I was just like faffing and knocked it. God, so embarrassing. Anyway, got in all a bit of a fluster this morning, but I'm here. And yeah, I bought our floor. It's a bit dusty actually, but I bought the sample of the floor that we are going to be having because I just wanted to put this against the cupboards that we've chosen for the island, because the island's also going to be a kind of oak look. So I wanted to make sure that the two colours didn't clash too much, because that one was definitely a rash decision. I just suddenly decided that I wanted to have the island a different colour to, well, a wood look compared to the kind of neutrally beige colour that we had originally chosen. And then I thought, hang on, we've decided on that, but I haven't actually checked if it's going to match the flooring. So we'll see what happens today. I might be changing it back to the old design that we're doing. Anyway, I'm sure they're going to love me because I've got loads of things that I need to say. I've got it all written down. But yeah, it's annoying that I feel stressed though, because I've got in a bloody fluster this morning. Anyway, do some breathing, we'll go in. Right, back from the kitchen shop, feeling much more content with the designs now, I think, because I just, over the last couple of months or month or however long it's been, I've just been keep looking at the designs and thinking, oh no, that's not quite right, it's not quite right. So it was really nice to sit down with him, and it was quite funny because he was like, if you basically come in for a whole new design session, I'm like, oh no, just a couple of changes. And then he was like, and then as we were going through stuff, I had this like list and I was going through like, we check this. He was like, you really know what you want, don't you? And I'm like, oh my god, I hope I'm not giving off too much of a bossy impression, but I just want to be like direct with it, you know, because otherwise I don't like faffing. Okay, I want like direct information, so that's what I was giving. Anyway, we have made some new changes on it, but the things that I have changed and discussed are the area of the kitchen where the units are going to go up to the ceiling. I noticed on the designs that there was about sort of a gap like that, sorry if you can hear, the guys are literally under the ground and there's no insulation on the ceiling at the minute, so all the noise comes up. They can probably hear me talking as well. So the kitchen unit's kind of stopped about that far from the ceiling, and I really want it to be, is it flush, like flush with the ceiling? I'll put a picture on the screen as to what I'm talking about. So we discussed that, and the way we're going to do it is they're actually going to supply just the kitchen units and have them stop normally with nothing on top, and then our builder is actually going to build them in and add the coving and make them all fitted, and then we're going to have the coving running around the whole kitchen, also across the arched door as well. He's going to put coving across there so it links up the end of the units on that side of the door to then run across, and then it links up with the units that are above the fridge. So yeah, I think that's just going to look so much better, and that is definitely the look that I was going for. And then we also added some tongue and groove paneling under the island, so where the seats are. I just love the look of that paneling where your feet go, and I just think it looks really kind of farmhousey. So we've got rid of the back panel of the island units, because then we can just put the tongue and groove stuff there, which is something that we would do. They don't do that, so we're going to add that onto it, so that'll be something we do ourselves. And then also going around the side. And then also what I've asked for is for the island to just overhang a little bit from where the island units are. The worktop just stopped on them like that, but I want it to be a little bit overhanging. So we're going to have that, and then it's curved. I think it's already curved, but then I realised that the end of the worktop by the door wasn't curved, so I want that curved. So now we're extending the other worktop out and curving that round. I'm hoping this is making sense. Probably isn't. I'm just mulling it over in my own head at the minute. So we changed that. Also, I realised that the worktop was running up the side of the kitchen underneath the window, but it didn't run onto the window sill. I said, oh, I want the sill to be the stone worktop as well, so it kind of looks really smooth and runs around there. So that was also added on. And then I checked the flooring, and the flooring, it almost matches the wooden units that we're having on the island perfectly. And he was actually so shocked. He was like, oh my God, I need the name of that flooring, because so many people ask him what flooring matches those cupboards that we've chosen. So I gave him obviously the flooring name. So that's really good. That's actually worked out very well, and it matches good. And then there was a few measurements that weren't quite right, so we've had to change the size of one of the cupboards as well, so that's been made a little bit smaller. And probably the biggest thing that I've asked him to do is the bit of the kitchen where he'd put the clock on the wall. So by the window and the door there was this piece of wall that had nothing on it, and we did originally want to keep it with nothing on it, just put some decor on it or something. But then when I was looking at the kitchen and I was looking at practicalities and stuff, we don't have many tall units or larder units at all. And one of the things I guess most people use in their kitchen, we definitely do, is our larder cupboard. It's just got everything in it, hasn't it? All of your dried stuff. And I thought, no, I need that larder cupboard. So on top of that worktop between the kitchen window and door, I've said, can we have a shorter depth cupboard so it doesn't come all the way out to the end of the worktop and be like overbearing in the room, just a half one that opens up like a big cupboard with shelves all inside, somewhere that has a socket in it so we can actually plug the toaster in. I'll put some inspiration on the screen now, so you can plug a toaster in there. I mean, you could put a coffee machine, we've got a built-in coffee machine going in. But any other appliance, maybe like the toasty maker, you know, all of them are kept behind there. And then all of my jars, like labelled jars, can go in here. Spices, it'd just be great to open up a cupboard and have all of your labelled products, dried products in there, cereals. He called it actually a breakfast cupboard. He said that's what we generally call this sort of thing. So I was like, yeah, do you know what that is? I really want that. It's almost like a dresser unit on top of the worktop. I was thinking about going to an auction or an antique shop or something and actually just buying something to fit on there. And he did say, okay, that's probably a good option, because he said that this unit that I want put on here is not something that they sell. So not they don't sell it, but they don't have it already made. So it would be a bespoke made thing. But he said he can do it, but it might be expensive. I was like, oh God.
oh, but now I really think this cupboard is really important. So the price might be going up, but I did save quite a lot by, well, not a lot, but I saved some by getting rid of, so one of the cupboards was made smaller, we've got rid of the coving, so although we're going to have to buy our own, so I'm not really saving any money. Also he'd added some shelves into the design which we didn't want, so those have gone as well, so that saved a little bit. So yeah, I did go today and the price actually came back a bit cheaper. He didn't actually tell me how much cheaper, he just said it is a bit cheaper now. But then obviously I've left him with this project of creating this breakfast cupboard for us. So who knows what price that's going to come back as. If it's crazy money, then I will leave it and I will then go on the hunt for something antique or something, you know, that can go on there, and we'll just fit it ourselves. What else did I add to it? Oh, the other thing I really wanted, which basically he said no, that I'd seen on Pinterest and other people's kitchens, is, you know, when you open the cupboards, the drawers, inside the cupboards and drawers are wood colour, not white, and it looks really, really nice. It makes the whole kitchen go from kind of standard to premium. Just opening up the cupboards and seeing wood effect inside, you know, like oak inserts in there. I mean, it looks beautiful, but he said they don't offer that on their cupboards, so inside our cupboards will be white. On the drawers, he showed me the drawers and he said they come in charcoal grey. I was like, oh God, not charcoal grey, please. And then he was looking at my face and I was like, why didn't I check this before? But with the drawers, they do these little side panel things that you clip on, so when you pull the drawer out, so from the side of it here it will look like wood, but inside it will be this like charcoal grey, which is, it's not too bad because I guess whatever's in the drawer will be covering the colour up, but you'll be able to see the edges of the drawers as wood, so that's better. I mean, I think we have gone to the most, well, not the most modern, but it's a very modern kitchen place. German kitchens I think are a lot more modern, so we have kind of gone into a modern kitchen shop and we've asked for the oldest style kitchen, so that doesn't really align, but they are moving more toward that now because it's just so much in fashion at the minute, isn't it, these farmhouse kitchens. So yeah, we probably did. The thing is, we wanted to go to this shop because the staff are so good and the quality of everything, it feels really nice quality, so that's why we kind of went for that shop. But yeah, maybe we should have gone to a few more older style kitchen shops. I don't know, they might have had this wood effect inside the cupboards, although he did say it's not that common at the minute. I expect it's America where I'm looking and seeing all this amazing stuff, and yes, I think we're always a little step behind, aren't we? Especially on the Isle of Wight. It's like if the UK is a step behind America in designs, then the Isle of Wight is like 5 steps behind. So yeah, probably dealing with that as well. Anyway, it'll be fine because I think that would have probably cost a lot of money anyway, and it might have made it out of our budget. So yeah, we're not having wood inside the cupboards, which makes me a bit sad. Getting over it. I just told Ollie, he was like, what do you mean you want wood inside the cupboards? Who cares what inside the cupboards looks like? The whole idea of having doors is because you can't see inside the cupboard. And I was like, yeah, I know, but when you open them you can see inside them. He's like, yeah, but you're just opening them, getting something out, why is it bothering you? I was like, I don't know why it bothers me, but it bothers me. It's because I've seen it. I'll put pictures on the screen of what I mean. It's because I've seen it and just seen it really, really makes, I think, such a difference in the kitchen. Anyway, it's not happening in this kitchen. The drawers will look a little bit like that, but still, they're not going to be that much like that. But what he said, because the breakfast cupboard, that is him basically designing it, he said that cupboard we can have wood everywhere, so all the inserts can be wood. So that's great, because that cupboard, that's going to be one of those cupboards that would be open for longer, because I think you'd come down in the morning, you'd open up that breakfast cupboard, you get your toaster out, and your toaster would be plugged into the cupboard, so the cupboard would remain open. It wouldn't be something that you would be opening and closing. It would be like open for all of breakfast or all of lunch or whatever. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know if I'm getting obsessed. I might be getting a little bit obsessed with this kitchen. It feels a bit like that. It feels like I'm looking at every single inch and analysing it. And poor Pete from the kitchen shop, he's like, I bet you're fun to buy presents for. And I'm like, oh my God, he sussed me right out. Yeah, I think it's fine, isn't it? It's okay, isn't it? Like, we're paying a lot of money. Also, with this house, we've worked on it for so long and we've done loads of work like up here, upstairs, and you know, I really do look at the things that we've done, the choices that we've made, and I didn't have a lot of input. I just sort of had input when it came to putting furniture in and stuff. I didn't really have much input on how I wanted the house to look, and I kind of regret that, because there's certain things that I definitely would have chosen. I just didn't think about it as much, and now I am in there, like I'm like a dog with a bone. So yeah, apologies to anybody who is involved with our kitchen designs. Right, update time. We have this new flooring down. Can't remember what he said this was called. I suppose it's kind of like a chipboard, isn't it? But it's on top of the other kind of MDF stuff. And I think this is what we're having to have because of the underfloor heating. Don't quote me on that. Ollie's not here, so I can't check my facts. But this is, we didn't have this before and now we're having it. So I'm imagining it's because, what was that? Something just fallen off the ceiling onto my head. Probably the insulation dust, and oh my God, honestly, I'm really feeling the dust. I don't know, I'm just coughing a lot at home, so we always have the back door open just all day, like it's never closed, just to try and air out the house a little bit. Upstairs is not so bad. I find that I don't really cough upstairs, but as soon as I come down here, I start like, you know, it's just like tickly, and I think it's, a lot of it, I think, is obviously the dust from the ceiling and stuff coming down. But I think the insulation makes me cough. And it's so, I mean, they were cutting it outside. And you can just see all over the patio, it's just covered in dust from the insulation. And you can just see it flying around in the air. So maybe having this door open doesn't help, because probably all that's coming in. I don't know. I don't know what's best. What's best is probably not to live here when all this is happening. But we are, so... That's that. Yeah, so anyway, we've had the flooring redone here, and then we've had this on top. They've redone all the insulation. They've cut all the flooring pieces so it fits so much better. It's now level, because like I was telling you before, it wasn't even level. So yeah, we've had a lot of progress. It just doesn't feel like progress to me. This feels like we are back. I mean, look at this. It just stresses me out so much, because we don't even have the living area now and the dining area. There's nowhere to like eat or anything. So yeah, it kind of feels like we've lost a lot of spaces that we did use, even though we've been renovating for so long and everything's been a bit shit. We still use all the spaces, you know. I try and keep the table clean, and we have somewhere nice to sit. I keep the sofa clean, so we always had kind of sofa area. And obviously the kitchen's been gone a while now. So yeah, I just feel like our whole living area is in turmoil. But then of course you would have seen in our previous renovation vlogs, we renovated what we call the suite in the front room. And that's really nice, because that room is a downstairs room. It's got its own separate heating. So we put electric underfloor heating in there. And we kind of wanted that room to be completely self-contained. So it is. So it's a really nice space to go to. It's got the TV, it's got the sofa. Although it's not a sofa that you would chill out and watch a film on. It's more of a casual sofa. You know, that room looks so nice. But yeah, the sofa's not really where we chill. So usually I'd be chilling in our bed with the TV. But yeah, we're really lucky to have that space in there, because when I'm downstairs, it is somewhere to go and sit down, have a cup of tea, not in bed, and watch a bit of TV or do some editing or something like that. It is a good space to use, so I can't complain. And I'm so glad that we did actually get that space done first, and it's also got the coffee machine in there, kettle. So I literally, when the builders are here, I can go and sit in that room and I can spend all day in there. I've got my tea, coffee, it's got a mini fridge, so it's got everything that we need. So I really love it. And actually my friend's coming in a couple of weeks to stay for a few nights, and I'm so excited. That'll be the first friend who's come to stay. I just can't wait to make it all nice and cozy for her, and she's got a really busy life. She's a police officer and she has a really busy life, so she's coming, just her. She's leaving, she's got a daughter, dog, horse, she's got the lot. She's leaving that all behind and she's coming to stay for a few days to chill, and Ollie's going away, so we're just gonna have the best, which she's staying for 4 nights. We're gonna have the best girly time ever. So yeah, well, we're not actually like that girly. I don't know why I said that. I mean, we would do like face masks and stuff. We're not that girly. We're normally drinking wine every night and just getting drunk and chatting shit. So yeah, that's what we'll be doing. Anyway, I am very excited for her to use that room, and yeah, it's nice. So basically what I'm saying is, yes, this looks like this, and yes, we've lost a big chunk of our house at the minute, and it's going to be going on for a long time. But there are lovely spaces in this house, and I'm just trying to be very mindful, not be negative. Got loads of places to go, and it's all good, because the guys have said they've got another job to do for a couple of weeks, so I don't think they're going to be back for a week or so. So there's going to be no more progress. So this will just be how it's going to be for the next few weeks, and then they'll be back causing more carnage, I'm sure. I said to them, at the moment, every time you come and leave, it's worse. Like, nothing's getting better. It's getting worse every time you leave. They're like, we know, sorry. But anyway, there is progress. So yeah, that is the update for this video. I don't think there's going to be any more house updates really, because like I said, I'll not be back for a few weeks. But I think I'll probably continue vlogging and just bring you along with whatever I end up doing. Good morning. It's a few days later since I last spoke to you. We've had a lovely, quite busy weekend actually. We went out with a couple of friends Friday evening, which was so nice. We haven't been out with them for ages. And also, we are just the type of couple that's, I mean, we are sociable, but we're not like massively sociable. But then I don't know if anyone is these days, you know. I feel like everyone just keeps themselves to themselves. But anyway, we normally just do stuff, just me and Ollie. So it was really nice to go out with a couple of friends. And then it was Mother's Day, wasn't it? So we did like a joint Mother's Day lunch and lunch for my brother's birthday, my older brother. So yeah, we had quite a busy weekend, and yes, I did a lot of studying, and it was quite heavy going stuff that I'm learning about at the minute, but it was really interesting. And then today is like my free day where I try to make no plans, although I do have one plan today which I'm really looking forward to, and I thought I'd take you guys along with me. I am going for a treatment. I'm having a bit of a, well, it's definitely a self-care day, a bit of a spruce up self-care day today. I just feel like everything's been let go, so we need to bring it all back together. So that's why I'm sat down now. I'm just about to tint my eyebrows. A bit later on, I am going for a treatment. I'm going to be having a back massage. It's kind of a package thing. Back massage with a facial, and then a scalp massage with a mud mask. So I've let my hair, normally I would have washed my hair yesterday, but I've really left it go. Gross, it is horrible. I feel bad actually that she's got to kind of touch it, but it made no sense for me to wash it yesterday if I'm gonna have a mud mask on it today. So yeah, I am gonna be getting sort of prepared for that. I do always like to put some mascara on when I'm going for a facial. She doesn't do my eyes. Well, she would if you wanted her to, but I just leave it on, because I just feel so bare. You know, when you come out after a facial, you're like, oh my God, I've got nothing on my eyes, nothing on my skin. I just feel a little bit bare. So I always just put a bit of mascara on. And I thought if I did my eyebrows as well, tinted them, then I'd feel a bit more awake, and then I won't mind being outside like all bare. I've just put a bit of concealer on as well, just for me to go down there. I'm just so happy about the fact that I can go and have facials now. And I never really used to have facials because I had such acne prone skin. I couldn't really have anything, because as soon as someone put something on my skin, the next day I would just be broken out, and yeah, I just couldn't. It was just so annoying. So now the fact that my skin is just so much happier, it's nice to be able to go and have a facial. So I actually booked a facial, and then we're going to do a bit on the back because obviously that's nice, and scalp is my favourite thing to have done. So I am very much looking forward to it. Let's tint my eyebrows, and then I was going to put some products in my hair and kind of slick it back a little bit for when I go down there. Obviously she could take that all out, but just so that it looks half decent for me to get down there. So for my eyebrows, I use this. This is the Hive Lash Define, Enhance, Intensify Espresso Dark Brown, basically number 5. I don't know how easy this is to get. I will link it if I can, but because I am a beautician, well, I was, still do a bit of it, but not full time. Anyway, I go to salon suppliers, so I feel like I might have access to some products that not everyone can get access to, but this one is really good. I always used to use the Sienna X brow tint, but that one recently I feel like it doesn't last as long. This one lasts really well, although I'm not going to lie, I leave it on my eyebrows for a long time. It's basically welded on there, so they always look a bit crazy to start with. I might not leave it on so long today. Last time I did it, it looked like I tattooed these blocks onto my eyes for 2 days. And then I use this cream developer. This is just Professional Beauty Systems one. Yeah, so those are the products that I use. Just mix it together. And then, like I said, I do leave it on for quite a while. And also, if you want your brows to last a little bit extra longer, add a bit of black into your tint, because black really kind of stains around the brow area. I haven't done that, but if you've got dark hair and you want dark brows, but you're scared of black, just do brown and add a little bit of black in there. Just having the black does make it stain a bit more. Obviously, if you want light brows, don't add black in there. But yeah, I just tend to pop it over and I try and apply it quite neatly, because like I say, I will keep this on my eyebrows for about half an hour, which is quite a long time for your eyebrows. You don't really have to leave it that long, but I quite like when it stains a little bit. And I have very thick, coarse brow hairs. They're actually quite hard to tint. So it's not like when you've got nice fine eyebrows and you put the tint on and it's literally like bam, tinted. Mine do take a little while to take, so that's why I leave it for half an hour. But the last 2 times I've done it, it always looks so crazy when I've got it on. It looks like I've put really crazy eyebrow makeup on. And the last 2 times that I have tinted my brows, the postman has knocked the door to drop a parcel off. And I'm like, what? Actually, no, the first time was a guy that was doing some work on one of the electricity poles outside. So he wanted to ask if he could put his car on the drive. And the other guy was a postman. And both times I've had this bloody eyebrow stuff on. And it just, I know that I must have looked so crazy. And I thought, why? Why now? Nobody comes to the house. And then as soon as I put this stuff on my face, knock, knock on the door. So let's hope today that doesn't happen. I will laugh if it does though, because it's pretty typical. It will happen. Anyway, just going to tint these. And then I've ordered some wax, some different wax to what I usually use on clients. And it's a sensitive aloe vera wax. And I'm going to try waxing my legs again. They are so hairy at the minute, it's unbelievable. I know I've ranted on about this in a couple of videos previously, but my legs are driving me crazy with itching. It seems to be any type of hair removal that I do, the legs itch. And at the moment, I haven't removed any hair. I've left my legs for about a week, no shaving, no hair removal cream, because I tried hair removal cream, which actually seemed to work and I wasn't irritated by it. And then I used it for, I think it was the 3rd time I used it, and there you go. Irritation came and my legs hated it. It's not so much when I do the hair removal, when I actually shave or use hair removal cream, it doesn't irritate, it feels fine. It's the next day, night, then, oh my God, they just flare up and they are so itchy. And it's like an itch that I can't not scratch. It's so irritating. It's really intense, and it happens at night, so it wakes me up in the night, or I actually scratch my legs without realising, and then I wake up in the morning with scratches all over my legs. So they just look horrible. They're either hairy or they're all scratched. There's no in between. They just don't look nice. And the summer's coming. It's all right at the minute. I'm wearing trousers all the time. But when the summer's coming, I'm just going to be so self-conscious. To be honest, I wish I could just leave them hairy, because they're hairy now and my legs just feel so much better. They're not irritated, they feel absolutely fine. I still apply my body oil every day to them and they feel fine. So, but I can't. I know some people are probably brave enough to just let their hairs grow and accept it, but I just feel horrible if my legs are hairy. It's just so annoying, isn't it? It's so annoying that as a woman, that's like a thing that you have to do. I guess men probably feel the same when they have to shave their face. So yeah, it's just one of those things that we do in society, and it's very annoying. Right, so I've covered all my brow, and then I'm just going to get cotton bud and just tidy around. I'm just going to use a wipe actually to go around. So with this, I just like to get the exact shape that I want my brows to look. I'm going to use this opportunity to pop my hair growth serum on, which I apply this. I've talked about this in my other videos. This is the shampoo, I don't know if I'm saying that right, but this is the growth serum, and it's formulated to thicken, volumize and strengthen, and it is really nice. Like, my hair is definitely, I mean, it's always been thick, but it's more so at the back here. I'm trying to grow more hair. I feel like just on my crown it's a bit thin. So anyway, I've been applying this, but I usually only apply it on wet hair when I've washed my hair, so I only do it twice a week. But I think with it, you get the best results when you put it in every day. It smells amazing. It smells like a kind of spa on your hair. But I thought, where we're going to have a head massage in a bit, it would be perfect to have this massaged into my scalp, because if you mix this with a scalp massage, that's how you kind of want to do it on yourself, really. You want to put a couple drops of this on your scalp and then massage it in. The stimulation from the product plus a scalp massage is going to really help your hair. I do have a discount code and a link for this product, which I will leave down below. I'm just really enjoying my hair routine at the moment, because my hair is it just keeps on growing. When it's at the back, it's almost down to my kind of waistline. I'm like, oh my God, my hair hasn't been this long for so long. Okay, so next I am going to just pop, oh God, I look crazy with these eyebrows. And I seriously need to colour my roots. I think I'll do that next week. Oh, I didn't realise how bad they were coming through. Yeah, that's next week's job. So I'm going to just cover my hair in this, because like I said, I want to do a little bit of a, if I can, slick back hair. So funny how loads of people suit slick back hair, don't they? I really do not suit it. I feel like an egg when I do it, especially with these eyebrows. But it does feel nice to get it all out of my face, especially I'm going to be having a facial. I mean, I know she's doing a scalp massage, so we'll take it all down when we're there. Also, update on my hair. I think I've had these blonde extension bits in now for, say, when did I get it done? I feel like I've had them in for 4 months. And this was since I went back and had the new ones put in. And I have not lost one. They are absolutely amazing. They're the Beauty Works, they're the new ones. I can't remember what she called them, but they're stretchy. So they have this kind of stretchy bit on them. Woo, that is slick. Yeah, they have this kind of stretchy bit on them. They've got this bounce. So they have the clip into the hair, the little micro ring clips into the hair. Then they have this stretch, and it's really great for when you're brushing your hair, when you're styling your hair, because it doesn't pull on your hair. It kind of, you get the resistance on this kind of stretchy bit of elastic. And yeah, I've not lost any of them. And I was supposed to be having an appointment to have them out and refitted. I think it was next week actually, but I ended up cancelling it last month because they just still feel fine. And I think I'm just going to wait for them to completely grow out or remove them myself. And then me and Ollie are actually going back to Vegas in August. So I wanted to have it all done fresh for then. So I've decided to not do anything with it for now. Right, I'm going to leave my eyebrows on for a little bit. Take them off, then I'll show you what they look like. I'll come back and show you how they're looking. And then I didn't finish what I was saying about getting my leg waxing, did I? So what I've done is I've ordered some aloe vera sensitive roller wax. I've already got the roller wax system thing. So this afternoon when I get back from massage, when I get back from the treatment, which is probably not that nice, is it, to do waxing after I get back? Well, I'm hoping it might arrive before. It's 5 to 10 now. My appointment's not till 12:45. So maybe the wax might arrive. I've got it from Amazon. Maybe it might arrive before I've got to go and I can quickly wax my legs before the treatment. Otherwise, I'll have to come back and wax them afterwards. But yeah, I'm going to try waxing again because what I've figured is they're getting irritated no matter what I do with them. So I might as well wax, because then I've got to do hair removal less amount of time, if that makes sense. Because if I'm shaving, pretty much have to shave every day or every other day. Hair removal cream, I was kind of doing it every 4 days, whereas waxing my legs, I would probably do it every 3 or 4 weeks. Maybe I need to just go back to trying waxing again. I don't think I ever did try a sensitive wax, so I'm going to try the sensitive wax. It's a cream one, and then hope for the best with my legs. One of you guys actually said, which I only read yesterday, so I haven't tried that yet, about grapefruit juice, rubbing grapefruit juice on your skin. Apparently that can help with itching. So yes, I will be picking up a grapefruit and I will be rubbing that on my leg after I've done the waxing. Not straight after, because I'm pretty sure that would sting. Maybe like a couple of days after, when the itch starts, I'll try the grapefruit trick and see if that is a thing that will work for me. Fingers crossed. I would try anything anyone recommends to me. I'm also going to get some of the double base cream. Yeah, I just need something to bloody well stop that itch, because it is driving me insane. Anyway, I'll see you in a bit when my eyebrows are done. It's been about half an hour. Let's remove these brows and hope I didn't leave them too long. I don't think I did. I tried to leave them slightly less. No, I think that's come out really good actually. Doesn't look too bad. Kind of looks like I've got makeup on them. Okay, they do look quite intense, don't they? But they always do. For the first couple of days, they always look a little bit crazy. When I've got full makeup on, it does look a lot more normal. When I've got no makeup, it obviously looks, without makeup on, it does look a bit much. I have been using a new serum on them. I'll show you actually. I got it on Amazon. It's this one from the brand Etude House. I think that's what you call it. I think it's a Korean, yeah, made in Korea. It's called My Lash Serum, and it's really, really nice. I'm just gonna trim them actually, because they're quite long, look. Let's go, where's my little trimmers? Oh, they're here. And give them a little trim. I didn't realise how long they've got. So many hairs, look at that. Such a hairy beast. So now I'm just going to pop this oil on them, and this is really nice. It's got this little ball on the end that picks up quite a lot of oil, so I tend to just saturate them. I normally do this at night. It's not a brow gel, it's a serum. So I do normally do this at night, but obviously it's fine for today because I'm not going to put any makeup on them. But yeah, I just kind of saturate them with it, and I'd say I've only been using this for probably a week, maybe 2 weeks, and my brow hairs already feel so much softer, and they've grown, like just trimming them then, just realizing how much they've grown. It's not really a growth serum, this stuff. It's more of a brow conditioner. I also use it on my lashes at night as well, along with my growth serum. But I feel like it really has made a difference to my eyebrows already. So yeah, I'm really happy with it. I think it's about £5 on Amazon, and it's, I can't remember what the main ingredient. Anyway, it's got good ingredients, because I was looking into all the ingredients of these serums, and this one seemed to be quite good. Anyway, that's my eyebrow tint done. I know they look crazy right now, but in a couple of days they will look a little bit less intense. Anyway, I am going to watch a little bit more of Virgin River. God, I just love that show so much. I'm watching season 7 at the minute. Does anyone else watch Virgin River? Yeah, it's definitely one of my favourites. I just find it the type of show that I can put on and there's no pressure with it. It's always quite nice, and it's just cozy, and it has all of the scenery. And this season I really love it because they seem to be setting up a farm ranch kind of thing, so there's a lot more horses in it, and a bit more adventure. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it, so I'm going to go and watch another episode of that with a cup of tea, and then I will get ready to head down for the treatment, and of course I'll take you guys along with me. Just trying to relax. It is the most beautiful day today. So actually after this treatment I am going to go back home and I'm going to set up our outdoor sofa, which actually is pretty grubby, but I'm going to put loads of blankets over it, and sit on it and enjoy the sun for the few hours that we'll have it left in the garden. I thought that would be really nice to do after the treatment. I am definitely struggling to relax today. It's so frustrating, but this is what I'm like on my days when I set myself nothing to do, which is designed to help my mental health, to take the weight off my mind, to give me that time to just be, is my hardest day of the week, which is so ridiculous, isn't it? I'm so much better when I've got plan after plan after plan, but this is something that I'm working on. And yeah, today has just been chill. Like, I feel guilty because I just watched loads of episodes of Virgin River and now I'm going for a treatment. I have been doing stuff around the house, like, you know, I've done the dishwasher, I've put some washing away, put some more washing on. Obviously I've done my eyebrows, so I have been like a little bit productive, but it just feels like nothing, and I feel like I should be doing so much more. So I'm glad I just got a little bit of shopping now. But does anyone else get this guilt when they are trying to do nothing? I cannot sit and do nothing, and it's not even that I feel like I need to get up and do something. I actually feel full of anxiety inside. Like, my brain starts to tell me that something bad's going to happen because I'm not being productive. It just makes no sense. But I'm very aware, and I'm very self-aware now of what I'm like. So that's why I'm working on it and trying to make sure that I do continue to have days like this, because I should be able to relax and I should be able to feel fine for doing nothing. So yeah, let's hope this treatment helps just get me back into that mindset. Rosie is so good with talking about things like this as well. Like, we definitely relate a lot on some of our feelings, so it's nice. I feel like comforted by going to have a treatment with someone that understands the way that I am. And it's quite funny because she always laughs about the length of treatment. So when I first started going to treatments with her, I could only do half an hour, and then we built it up, and now I sort of go for about an hour. But I did go for one before, I can't remember if it was 90 minutes or 2 hours. Don't think it was 2 hours. Was it 90 minutes? It might have been 90 minutes. And I was so nervous. I thought, how the hell am I going to lay for 90 minutes when I get these feelings inside? But it actually went really well. And because she does packages, so she'll do facial, massage, head, you know, there's lots of things going on, I'm okay with it because I'm kind of thinking about the next thing we're going to do, which I know is probably not the way you're supposed to be, but it helps me to work my way through the treatment. But it sounds it's crazy to me that I struggle to have a treatment. I do. Like, it's so weird. That's what you're supposed to be able to do to relax, but I struggle to actually go and have a treatment. But yeah, she's great. So I am going to go and enjoy it. Look how lovely it is in here. It's literally the coziest place. I love this art on the wall, and then the bed. She has the most coziest bed. It has a big duvet on it, which is lovely. Anyway, very excited for my treatment. Oh my God. Savouring this moment because we know the sun is going to probably be gone by tomorrow. Got some apple juice, cheese and ham toasty. Feeling very relaxed. I put about 50 blankets on here to cover up the dirt of the actual outdoor furniture. Oh, hello, darling. This is your favourite, isn't it? You love it here. Does it remind you of the summer? When we fall asleep out here reading a book, don't we? Oh, those days are coming. Just had this parcel arrive and I thought it was something else that I'd ordered from Amazon. Oh, here's my waxing stuff that I've got. So it's aloe vera and sensitive. So we're going to give that a go in a minute. But yeah, I thought this was something else from Amazon, something boring, but it isn't. It is some PR from the fragrance brand Commodity. Such gorgeous fragrances. Look at this box. So I thought, as it's literally just come now, we might as well open it up together and have a smell. Ooh, look at that. Milk Orchid. Oh, I don't think I've tried this one before. I've got the milk on its own one. I don't think I've tried Milk Orchid. I am very excited because I love the milk scent from Commodity. It's just the creamiest, loveliest scent. Milk Orchid is officially here to stay as part of our permanent scent space collection. We can't wait for you to experience it in its new packaging. Thank you for your continued support. Oh. Okay, cute. What else we got in here? I mean, their packaging is just unreal. Like how they send things is just amazing. Look at this. So it has all the information about the scent. Fig milk, coconut cream, almond blossom, vanilla orchid, magnolia, warm cotton. Oh my god, it just sounds so good. So let's smell it. Hang on, I'm just gonna turn you around here. I feel like we need to come back outside to experience this in the sunshine. With these fragrances, you need the tiniest amount. They are so potent, especially if you get the, is this the expressive one? Oh, that is nice. Oh my god, that's gorgeous. Oh, because I love the milk one, and that's got that creamy, woody kind of smell, but with the orchid in it, just adds that bit of floral sweetness. And oh, I just wish I could describe fragrance better to you. So with Commodity, the thing that's different about them compared to other fragrance brands is that you can buy the fragrances in personal, expressive and bold. This is the expressive scent, so kind of middle of the range, strengthness, but you can get bold if you like a really strong scent, or you can get the personal scent if you just want that light smell, because not everybody wants full-blown perfume smell, do they, if you get headaches and stuff. They do it much more subtle. This is the middle one, and that's normally what I tend to go for. I tend to go for the expressive range. Oh my god, so lovely. Why can't you smell through the camera? Anyway, that was fun, wasn't it? I didn't expect that, so thank you so much, Commodity. I'm gonna put some more on. Oh, lovely. What a nice treat to come home to. Today has turned out a really nice day and peaceful because there's no builders here. But we do miss them, but we also appreciate when they're not here. Appreciate them when they're here and when they're not here. I think I'm going to chill out here for a little bit, and then I'm going to go put my wax on and do my legs a bit later on. Right, I'm in our new room. I'm going to put some more Virgin River on. I've got my wax and stuff ready over there. I'm going to do my legs. I'm not sure how much of this you're actually going to want to see. Got a friend joining me. You're going to help me with my legs, Dills? Should we wax you? Imagine you waxed. That'd be so funny. I do always wonder what Dylan would look like bald. Would he look like a little rat, wouldn't he? Little ginger rat. Oh, Dylan, I'm sorry. I love you. We've just been laid out in the garden in the sun. It's been so nice. Oh, look at that sun coming in. I'll show you my hairy legs, because obviously that's what you want to see. Here's my legs. Sorry, they're a bit like dented. But yeah, can you see how dark the hairs are? This is why I just can't leave them, because they'll get longer and longer and they're really dark. But they actually feel really nice at the moment and soft, because obviously I've done nothing to them, so they're not irritated. But yeah, we need to get rid of the hairs. So, oh, it goes on nice. Doesn't smell like anything. I thought it'd smell more. It's probably a good thing it's not scented. Actually, before, when I buy wax, I do kind of buy scented wax, so maybe scents don't help either. Anyway, let's see. I'm going to do it in one go. Oh, I hate waxing my legs. It's so painful. Oh, God. Oh, that is so painful. I would rather my bikini line. Ooh, that's got the hairs off good though. Hang on, there's some bits left. Okay, that's actually removed really well. The hair.
Disgusting.
I didn't know you were going to be home right when I start waxing my legs. There's the hairs on there if you want to see them.
Why do we always see your hairs?
No one, I know, because I've just been moaning about my legs for ages, so Just feel like I need to share the process. Okay, there you can see where the hairs have gone. So far, so good. Looks nice and kind of shiny underneath, so yeah. After I've finished, I'm going to apply the Magic Body Oil by Besk, because I think this will be really good for them after I've done them, because it's supposed to be quite soothing and it's got loads of great ingredients in it. So I think this will be a good thing to put on afterwards to kind of calm the legs down and hydrate them and stuff. Anyway, I'm going to continue off camera. I think I'll probably end the video here actually, because there's not much more happening. I'm just going to finish my legs and then I will come back and say bye. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I think this video has been really long and very random, so I hope you've enjoyed it. The next video hopefully will be more sorry, the sun's in my eyes. Hopefully will be more home updates, but I'm not sure when the guys are back. When are the guys back?
Not sure.
No. So yeah, don't know. But anyway, keep you updated. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.